Okay, here we are back again with more Dragon Age Inquisition. And I think in this episode, I'm going to go ahead and do Dorian's personal quest, Last Resort of Good Men. So we're going to take Dorian to the Golden Lantern and Redcliffe. I have, as I recall, I spoke to him about it. Yeah, I spoke to him about the letter, so he's aware. We had a conversation about it. He's aware of the letter and that his family apparently wants to get into contact with him. And he's agreed to go as long as I go with him. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So it's gonna, it doesn't even matter because I just need Dorian, really. While I'm at it, I guess I might as well level Varric up. I think that's it. That's everybody. So let's just head over to the Golden Lantern immediately.
The Grey Warden Alistair grew up at Redcliffe. He used to play in the fields outside this very village.
Uh-oh, nobody's here. This doesn't bode well.
Dorian.
Father.
Oh.
So the whole story about the family retainer was just, what? A smokescreen?
Then you were told. I apologize for the deception, Inquisitor. I never intended for you to be involved.
Of course not. Magister Parvus couldn't come to Skyhold and be seen with the dread Inquisitor. What would people think? What is this exactly, Father? Ambush? Kidnapping? Warm family reunion?
This is how it has always been.
Maybe I should go? Seems like this is just, you know, like, there's probably not going to be any fighting, so maybe I should just let you two guys talk it out.
I should leave you to work this out.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh.
I want a witness. I want someone to hear the truth.
Dorian, there's no need to.
I prefer the company of men.
Well,
My father disapproves.
I mean, yeah, you're gay, so what? I mean, she's not an idiot, but the company of...
I'll need you to explain that.
Did I stutter? Men, and the company thereof, as in sex.
Yeah.
Surely you've heard of it.
Right. I mean... yeah, I mean, she suspected...
This is not exactly news,
Right? That's, like, not
Why should it
surprising.
be? Why should anyone care? I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't care.
This display is uncalled for.
No, it is called for. You called for it by luring me here.
Point, Dorian.
This is not what I wanted.
I'm never what you wanted, Father. Or had you forgotten?
Yeah, what I'm wondering is why this is an issue at all.
That's a big concern in Tevinter, then.
Only if you're trying to live up to an impossible standard. Every Tevinter family is intermarrying to distill the perfect mage, perfect body, perfect mind, the perfect leader. It means every perceived flaw, every aberration is deviant and shameful. It must be hidden.
So that's what this is all about. You're
So
gay.
that's what all of this is about. Who you sleep with.
That's not all it's about.
Dorian, please. If you'll only listen to me.
Why? So you can spout more convenient lies? He taught me to hate blood magic. The resort of the weak mind. Those are his words. But what was the first thing you did when your precious heir refused to play pretend for the rest of his life? You tried to change me.
I only wanted what was best for you.
You wanted the best for you. For your fucking legacy. Anything for that.
Well, shit. This is always a tough one for me because, I mean, that's really awful. That is really awful. What he did, what Dorian's father did to him is pretty unforgivable. But at the same time, it also seems like his father maybe wants to atone. You know, possibly his father regrets his actions and wants to atone, and like people can change. People can learn from their really, really, really bad mistakes and do better sometimes. But it's entirely up to Dorian to give if he wants to give his father that chance. Like that's not anybody's call but Dorian's. But maybe you shouldn't leave it like this, if only because it might make your it might hurt you more. I don't know.
Don't leave it like this, Dorian. You'll never forgive yourself.
Yeah, that. You'll regret it if you don't.
Tell me why you came.
If I knew, I would drive you to the Inquisition.
Oh, jeez.
You didn't. I joined the Inquisition because it's the right thing to do.
That's right.
I had a father who would have known that.
Okay.
Once, I had a son who trusted me. A trust I betrayed. I only wanted to talk to him, to hear his voice again, to ask him to forgive me.
So that happened.
He says we're alike. Too much pride. Once I would have been overjoyed to hear him say that. Now I'm not certain. I don't know if I can forgive him.
What did he do exactly?
He tried to change you.
Out of of desperation. I wouldn't put on a show, marry the girl, keep everything unsavory private and locked away. Selfish, I suppose, not to want to spend my entire life screaming on the inside. He was going to do a blood ritual, alter my mind, make me acceptable.
Well, that's gross.
I found out. I left.
Do you think it would have even worked?
Can blood magic actually do that?
Maybe. It could also have left me a drooling vegetable.
Ugh.
It crushed me to think he found that absurd risk preferable to scandal.
Yeah,
Part
that
of me
sucks.
has always hoped he didn't really want to go through with it. If he had. I can't even imagine the person I would be now. I wouldn't like that Dorian.
I don't think I would like that Dorian either. So are you okay?
Are you all right?
No, not really.
Yeah, probably not.
Thank you for bringing me out there. It wasn't what I expected, but it's something. Maker knows what you must think of me now, after that whole display.
I mean, that was not entertaining, and you're not troublesome. He is very brave. Also, I mean, I don't actually think she thinks that he led her on, but I think she wants to try to lighten the mood a little bit.
I think you led me on, actually.
Ah, the flirting. You're a remarkable woman, Inquisitor. I mean that in the best way. In another life, I meant no offense. I'll desist if you prefer.
What? No, I like the flirting. I want you to... I don't want to stop flirting. Like, I don't care. She wasn't doing it because she seriously thought that they were going to have a thing. She was doing it because she just thinks it's fun to flirt with people.
Desist? Don't you dare.
I stand so instructed. At any rate, time to drink myself into a stupor. It's been that sort of day. Join me sometime, if you've a mind.
Can we hug it out? Like, I want to hug it out.
I don't know what you think you're doing.
I'm being clucked at by a hen, evidently.
Don't play the fool with me, young man.
If I wanted to play the fool, I could be rather more convincing, I assure.
What's going on? What is going on now?
I...
Why are you yelling at each other?
What's going on here?
It seems the revered mother is concerned about my undue influence over you.
What?
It is just concern. Your worship, you must know how this looks.
You might need to spell it out, my dear.
This man is of Tevinter. His presence at your side. The rumors alone.
What, because he's Tevinter?
What's wrong with him being from Tevinter, specifically?
I'm fully aware that not everyone from the Imperium is the same.
Well, that's good.
Kind of you to notice. Yet still you bow to the opinion of the masses.
The opinion of the masses is based on centuries of evidence. What would you have me tell them?
The truth?
The truth is I do not know you, and neither do they. Thus, these rumors will continue.
I need you to tell me about these rumors.
Oh. I'd like to hear what these rumors are exactly.
Are they salacious?
I could not repeat them, your worship.
Indeed.
Repeat them. So you've shared them before.
See, I meant no disrespect, Inquisitor. Only to ask after this man's intentions. If you feel he is without ulterior motive,
Which
then
I do.
Humbly beg forgiveness of you both.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Well, that's something.
Right. This happens often?
This sort of thing happens often, does it?
More than anyone tells you. No one knows their own reputation.
Until someone helpfully informs them.
There is that. She meant well, if that's of any concern.
Yeah, no, I
should
don't think
ask.
she's malicious at
Do rumors
all.
bother you?
I mean, only on your behalf, because they're assholes who don't know who you are, and...
I wish they wouldn't disparage you. They don't know you.
They know you even less than they know me.
Yeah, well, you know.
Perhaps it's odd to say, but I think of you as a friend, Inquisitor.
Yes!
I have precious few friends. I didn't think to find one here.
I...
Don't speak. I detest confessions, and I'd like to get this over with. Allow me to say I'll stand beside you, against Corypheus, my countryman, or spurious rumor, so long as you'll have me.
Yay! I got the We're Besties talk with Dorian, which is my favorite. I love it. I love you, Dorian. You're the best. Dorian's great. He's so good. Boop. He's fun. He's fun. Right. Wow, none of this has popped in, and it should have. It's so weird when I walk in and it's like, there's a lot of bareness. None of these things have popped in. No, they're starting to pop in now. Starting to, but haven't finished yet. That's okay. I really need to get an SSD is what I need. This will probably help. But whatever. So yeah, that happened. And, seriously? I really like Dorian's personal quests a lot. It's very it's obviously very personal. Dorian was written by David Gator, who's was the lead writer on Dragon Age up until Trespasser, basically. And David Gator, of course, is a gay man, and he's talked a lot about how very personal Dorian's sort of story arc is to him within the context of this game. And I really appreciate that BioWare does things like that. They really fold it in well with the context of the fictional world, but they also still make it very relevant and very very relatable. The idea of sort of growing up and becoming disillusioned with your parents, and right, it's to me it's not even just that Dorian is gay and his parents were kind of homophobic. Like that's a big part of it, obviously, but just the idea of like growing up and realizing that your parents are not perfect and they make huge mistakes sometimes, and becoming disillusioned with them. And sometimes being in a situation where you have to make that decision of whether to continue to have a relationship with your parents, because sometimes it's not worth it. Sometimes it's not worth it. And I appreciate the fact too that like they're both viable options for Dorian here, right? So you can have him reconcile with you can encourage him to reconcile with his father, but you also don't have to. And that's a valid decision. Right? After what his father did, it's a perfectly valid decision to cut ties and leave it at that. Sometimes that's what you have to do to preserve your own mental health, right? And to keep yourself safe and to preserve your own well-being. Sometimes you have to do that. That's a choice that you have to make sometimes. And it's a tough one. It's a really difficult choice. And so I appreciate that, like, they do things like that in these games. And I really like, it's just, it hits really close to home on a lot of levels. So it's a really, really great thing in general. Okay, So I think I'm gonna go to the war table again. I'm not gonna do another... I could potentially start another companion quest. What I'm gonna do... I have to do a war table operation in order to get Cole's mission going. And of course everybody's busy. Really? I guess so.
Inquisitor, we were...
Eagerly awaiting your presence. Some of us more than others.
I wasn't... I mean, I was. We have work to do.
Of course.
Yes! They're so transparent. I like how eager Liliana is for just dealing with Cullen's little crush on the Inquisitor or whatever it is. It's so funny. Alright, well, we're too busy for that right now. I do have this one finished, All That Glitters. There was a bit of a fight at the mine, with bandits apparently, and not even Darkspawn. I'm pleased to report that the Darkspawn were cut down with relative ease. We've set up an outpost and recruited locals to begin mining the gold once again. Indeed, I'm told they're more than happy to do so, now that they're being protected. We found some useful equipment in the bandit cache, and any efforts to gather coin at Skyhold will now be much easier. Alright. Cool. The Arcanist and the Fade. A report in Arcanist Dagnus' hand. An official request made officially. The Inquisitor has suffered exposure to the tears of the Veil and the energy of the Fade. To properly help her endure these forces, I need to understand them. I need samples. I need remnants. I need to see. If it pleases, I request the resources for a grand experiment to peer through the Veil, or as far as I can. It's an expensive investment, I know, but it's necessary, and it's only fair. I need to see. I wrote that twice. It's important to me. Arcanist Dagna. Sketched below, flowers and fire. I will probably let Liliana do that, actually. Good works of Saruth. The Great Warden Saruth appears to have taken your forgiveness to heart and has found purpose with stalwarts of the Chantry. She has requested resources to take the word of the Maker to areas where less able messengers might be threatened. Inquisitor, the compassion you have shown has compelled me to act in your name. Where the Maker's word is absent, I can bring it. Where his light has faded, I can rekindle it. I will challenge the worst of Andraste's detractors and inspire where her chanters cannot go. And if I fall in her service, that will serve as well. Her delayed suicide is no way to speak for Andraste or the Inquisition. I would deny her. Liliana says perhaps she could be misinformed about the danger of her destinations. It would give her time to hear the word herself. If she's determined to do this, equip her to do it. At worst, she strikes a blow in our name in some forgotten corner. Oh God. I don't know. Yeah, I think, okay, reparations for Redcliffe. A letter has arrived, stamped with the seal of Redcliffe. As the Inquisition has assumed responsibility for the Mage Rebellion, the Arling of Redcliffe holds you accountable for the losses suffered by our people while providing hospitality to your mage allies. Okay. A freehold in Rainsphere was burned to the ground when a mage inside lost control of his abilities. 2 farms outside Redcliffe Village suffered crop loss and structural damage due to frost spells. 5 people in Redcliffe Village were injured by lightning spells cast by panicked children. I trust this matter can be concluded without the involvement of the Crown. Arl Tegan. Yeah, I mean, Josephine would just have us pay them. Cullen thinks that we should send people to make repairs. I think Cullen's idea is probably the best. Now, I think what I'm going to do is go go to the Emerald Graves. I think that's a good idea. So we've been contacted by a Fairbanks who says he has information of value to the Inquisition. He offers a trade, the information in exchange for the Inquisition's help in eliminating a dangerous rebel band calling themselves the Freemen of the Dales. There have been reported sightings of these rebels all over the Dales, where they have caused significant problems for Legion troops. Yeah, we've already had some interesting run-ins with them in the Exalted Plains. Uprooting them could be a good move for us. First, let us see what Fairbanks has to say. He is hiding out somewhere in the Emerald Graves, a legendary Dalish forest. My spies report that he is well acquainted with the area and its terrain. He could prove a useful asset if we choose to trust him. At your word, I'll send emissaries to meet with Fairbanks, along with hidden agents to watch him. Yep, sure, let's do it. Lead Scout Harding made contact with Fairbanks and his men in the Emerald Graves and had a run-in with the rebel freemen of the Dales. They are as violent as we've been led to believe. As for Fairbanks, Harding was unable to coax much from him. He will only share what he knows with the Herald of Andraste, it seems. Fairbanks is holding his information close to his chest. I wonder if it might relate to something bigger than just the Freemen of the Dales. If there is a chance at all, then we must learn all we can from him. Harding has set up an outpost in the Emerald Graves. Be careful, Inquisitor. The Forest of the Graves is treacherous and home to enemies, both new and ancient. Okay, let's go. I haven't brought Varric with me in a while. Or Blackwall, for that matter, or Vivian, for that matter, so let's bring them all. Just totally different party makeup. I won't do a ton here today, but I want to get started on it anyway.
Good to see you again, Inquisitor. Hope you've got your comfortable boots on. The scouts have seen a number of fade rifts all over the forest.
Yay!
We've located this mysterious Fairbanks. He won't share his information with anyone but you. He and his men are camped out at Watcher's Reach, on the path ahead. From what we can tell, they're refugees from the war. Peasants, mostly.
Okay, tell me about Fairbanks.
Tell me everything you know about Fairbanks.
We don't know much about him. He appeared after the Civil War started, helping people fleeing from the destruction. Fairbanks is likely not his real name.
Okay, that's good to know. Anything about the area I should know?
Do you know anything else about the region?
They call this place the Emerald Graves. Legend says that a tree grows here for every elven knight of Halam Sharal who perished in its defense. Makes you sad, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's really sad.
What was done to the elves here was unforgivable.
Never again. At least I hope not.
Okay, well, let's get started.
Thank you for the information. I'll head out.
One other thing. You've tangled with the Freemen of the Dales before.
I
They
have.
have a presence here.
Okay.
Watch your back, Inquisitor.
Will do, Scout Harding. Thank you very much for that information. Let's see here. Blackwall. Yeah, let's get a better taunt. Oh, and Vivian. Let's just upgrade your barrier. That's fine. Okay. I am standing right on top of a landmark, so let's just grab it. Knight's Guardian. Traveling through the emerald graves in the Dales, one will see dozens of carven stone wolves. The Dalish call these the Knight's Guardians. In the days of Elven Halam Sharal, wolf companions walked alongside emerald knights, never leaving the side of their chosen knight. Wolf and elf would fight together, eat together, and when the knights slept, wolves would guard them. The statues were erected in memory of their unbreakable bond. Okay, that's from Brother Genitivi. Let's go ahead and set this active. We should find Watcher's Reach and maybe talk to Fairbanks. That seems like a good place to start in the Emerald Graves. And I see we've already got us some Freeman. Woo, nice. Thanks, Viv. I don't think anybody's going for Watcher's Reach like this, honey.
More Freeman.
I want to do something about that.
Yes, I think we will. We'll definitely be doing something about that very soon. Yeah, I definitely want these. Okay. Oh man, there's one. Bloodstone. That's alright. I've got plenty of bloodstone. I'm okay there.
Fairbanks is expecting you at the camp.
Okay, thanks. Can never have too much rash vine. But yeah, I appreciate the sort of irony that, like, the Emerald Graves is one of the prettiest places in the entire game. And it's also... Oh, that's a rune. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to find the Veilfire for it, then. One of the prettiest places in the game, and also, it's pretty because, at least according to legend, because of a, you know, massive atrocity that occurred. So you're Fairbanks, huh?
It is an honor to meet the Herald of Andraste.
Everything you hoped for?
I hope I don't disappoint.
Not at all. But as they say, actions speak louder.
Yeah.
As my missive stated, we can help each other.
Okay.
You have encountered the Freemen. Aggressive bastards, no?
Oh, yes.
They've killed a dozen of my people. We've tried to fight, but we cannot match their strength. You can. Why should you care about this, you ask? Because the Freemen are colluding with your enemy.
My enemy? Which enemy is that? I have a lot of them.
Which enemy do you mean?
The rogue Templars.
Oh.
I've seen them through the woods, heading for the Freemen bases, leaving with crates.
The red ones.
Destroy the Freemen, and they'll lead you straight to the Red Templars. This I promise.
Oh, okay.
I'll look into this, Fairbanks.
All my information about the Freemen is right here, in our camp. Help us, and everything I know about the Dales, about these woods, I will share with the Inquisition.
Okay. I will consider that a fair trade if I can get some good leads on the Red Templars in this area. Let's climb this ladder, because I'm pretty sure there's a landmark way up the top of this. Indeed, here it is. The Watcher. I don't know who first called this place Watcher's Canyon. I know it's named for the strange hooded figure overlooking the ravine. No one knows who he is. People in these parts always refer to him as the Watcher. He must have had an elven name. Perhaps he was one of their gods. None of the elves here can tell me. I don't think they even know anymore. And this cave, Watcher's Reach? Well, he's reaching down into it, isn't he? Maybe with him guarding us, we'll survive this war. Okay. I guess. I guess that's the Watcher. A lot of stuff to read in here, too. A difficult announcement. I am sorry to tell you of the lives we have lost. Gertrude, Chauvin, Devon, and Jacques were taken by Sister Cousteau's men while hunting. They're dead. I pray the Maker have mercy on their souls. The freemen are preparing for something, stocking up on supplies and men. Patrols range further each day. Be careful where you go. When you forage, keep close by. To prevent more deaths, we must look out for each other. The soldiers among us have volunteered to guard and patrol Watcher's Reach, so the rest of you stay safe. With heavy heart, your friend and protector, Fairbanks. Okay. A torn page. Needed more elf root, so I went with him to the grove by that strange rock on the road that looks like a grumpy old woman smoking a pipe. Freemen were there. They didn't see us at first, but Greer stepped on a twig. I didn't think that happened in real life, only in stories. That damn twig. I barely got away. Didn't like having to tell Fairbanks we lost the herbalist. Shit, they're going to kill us all, one by one. Possibly. Fallen sister. Okay. There's my, Veilfire. What else have we got? I have another landmark right here. Wolf Falls. Even with countless gallons of water rushing down over it for centuries, the wolf statue remains intact. Magic, perhaps? Yeah, possibly. So there's a Viridium mine. Where a Red Templar person is hiding out. Here's a map of Watcher's Pass for a treasure map.
I don't know how better to ease your pain.
Let's get that rune. Here it is. A superb lightning rune schematic. Excellent. Don't need that anymore, so we'll drop it.
Just what we needed.
Alright. So, yeah, we've got rifts. We've got red lyrium. I've got some Before the Dawn stuff to do. I've got campsites to find. So we've definitely got some stuff to do here, but I think I'm about out of time, so I'll leave it here. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later.